I was a child, legally. If you have to be over 16 to consent, then they should keep that in place. And if you're not 16, then do something about it. There's no point having a law there and, not sticking to it. I was a child and they should have stepped in. It is damaging. There's some things that I don't remember, but, there's also things that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And no matter what's done now, and you think if it's investigated now, it's not going to change that. It was too late. It should have been stopped and prevented.
Clearly we've failed. We've failed our young people. And on behalf of South Yorkshire Police, I offer a unreserved apology, not just to the victims, but also the families that clearly been through a lot of pain and trauma in the previous years. Importantly, before the inquiry, we've actually commissioned a number of investigations that are looking at some of these historical cases, historical complaints, and we are working with other people at the moment, and particularly the victims, to identify those responsible and bring them to justice.
What is your understanding of what happened when complaints were made, allegations were made, and they weren't responded to? What is your understanding of why there was no response?
Again, I can't account for decisions that were made at that time. What I can say at the moment is, which the report recognises, is that the current service today is very different to that 16 years ago, and certainly in the last 4 years. We have made significant changes in our understanding of CSE, and them changes now mean we better understand the challenges for the victim firstly, and the courage required of the victim to come forward and support an investigation. But secondly, about the importance of local communities and actually identifying those young people that may be at risk, and again making sure we do everything to prevent them being a victim in the first place.
We can understand the 16-year reference, but of course it was going on to 2012, so it's much more recent, isn't it?
It is. Again, CSE continues to exist in Rotherham. It continues to exist in other parts of the UK. Rotherham is not unique in that. The issue is we now understand better the issues that we face. The report today helps us understand that better. We do acknowledge that we cannot stop the trauma and pain and suffering that's taken place in the past. What we can do is work with them individuals to make sure those responsible are brought to justice, but we can also make sure that those that have come forward are working with us to make sure that young people and families don't have to suffer the similar consequences in the future.